In step 2 of our development of the 6-month plan, from step 1 we have our spreadsheet outline, and what we're going to do is to begin with sales. And as you'll notice on your hard copy, that we have sales planned for this year of $500,000. And one of the first things we want to do is to format this row, our planned row, for dollars. And the way we do that for currency is to highlight the entire row, to right-click, to indicate format cells, and from there we would identify currency. We don't want any decimal places on the 6-month plan. We want to be just whole numbers, and to make sure that we have a dollar sign. Once we have done that, now we can type in a number and it will automatically put a dollar sign and a comma in the appropriate places. So let's go ahead and type in 500,000. And as you can see, it has indicated the dollar sign and the comma. This 500,000 was obtained from taking 57% of our annual sales. And we calculated that prior to this. And so what we want to do in our percent row is to format this for percentages. And we would do it the same way that we did for dollars, go to Format Cells, and we would click on the category of percentage. We would like to have one decimal place for our percentages, so we make sure we indicate that and then hit OK. I'm also, where the 57% for the season, I'm going to put it underneath our percent row, and that's just to indicate for our use that 57% of our annual sales is for the fall season. So I'm just going to type in 57%. There. And that's just a key for how much of our annual sales is in this form. So now what we do is we forecast our percentages, and then we calculate our dollars. If we want to forecast our percentages identical to what's in the hard copy, we would see that 14% of our sales are going to be in August. And we just merely need to type in the number, and Excel will automatically put in our percentage sign, and making sure that this equals one place past the decimal point as well. So we have 29% for December, January 10%, and one thing we want to check once we have forecasted our sales, again looking at last year's sales, we want to add these to make sure they equal 100%, because what we're doing is we're forecasting 100% of our dollars for this particular season. And the way we add this is to highlight all of the rows where we want our answer, and to go up to formulas, and we want to do auto sum. Just hit the auto sum button, and that will give us 100%. So we know that we forecasted all of our dollars for this particular season. How do we calculate our dollars? Well, we go over here to August, and we start by embedding a formula. All formulas begin with an equal sign. And in order to calculate our dollars, we have forecasted 14% of our seasonal sales to be in August. So we would multiply 14% and we would click on 14%, and then we would go to our asterisk, which is our multiplication sign, and then we're going to multiply by season total. And once we hit enter, we can check our hard copy and see that $70,000 is correct. Now, I don't want to type the rest of these calculations in, the rest of these formulas, so there is a way to copy and paste this formula to the rest of my cells. And what we have to do in order to do that is we have to anchor our 500,000, because every formula we're going to go back to the 500,000. We're going to multiply 12% times 500,000 to get these dollars for September, 14% times 500,000 to get the dollars for October. So if we click on the formula that we've just embedded, go up to our formula bar, and our $500,000 is in the I column, the 12th row. Right before that, we click and we put in a $sign. And a $sign will anchor our formula to constantly go back to the 500,000. So now I can click out of my formula, go back in, go to the bottom right-hand corner. Remember where we can click and drag, move our cursor so that it's skinny, and we will drag that formula all the way across. You can check in your hard copy to make sure that those numbers are correct. We can also do something that I encourage students to do, and that is to add a cheat column. And adding a cheat column, we would insert a column, and let's insert it right before our season total. And we could do a sum to make sure that these equal 500,000. So I'm going to highlight my dollars. I'm going to go up to Auto Sum in my Formula tab. Yes, indeed, my formula must be correct because it does equal my 500,000, which I started with. Now I can go up to my cheat column and I can just delete it. Okay, so I know that these equal 500,000 and that I have my sales percentages forecast and my dollars calculated with a formula in the formula bar.